it's a big win. Obviously, not playing great for the first half was bad, so just sticking together and just finding a way to get a win was big.
Derrick, last year you guys were down 0-3 and came back and won 3 straight games. You know how hard it is to finish a team off. What did you learn from that experience last year that you applied this year?
Yeah, closeout games are always the hardest. We don't expect them to lay down and quit, but you gotta be a little bit better. You gotta execute a little better. You gotta compete a little bit more, and I mean, they're playing for their season, so it's gonna be definitely gonna be a challenge. And I mean, any playoff series, anything can change in one game, so it's gonna be a big one.
You guys talked about the trust that you have in Joe. I mean, how has that evolved in year 2? And, you know, him just being a little bit more comfortable and having a little bit more time with you guys this year as opposed to, you know, last year?
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, anytime you get thrown into the fire, like 2 days before training camp starts or a day, whatever it was, it's going to be a lot. But, I mean, this year we've just been connected. Just the communication has been really good. And, like you said, the trust. And we've gone through a lot of these situations in practice, and I mean, he's talked about it, so we all feel locked in and connected. And so I love playing for Joe, and he's been great for us.
He was especially amped after the game. You know, you can just see it in his expression and what have you. How nice is that as a team when you see something like that for a guy that really drives you guys hard?
Yeah, he's a fiery, excited, and I mean, this is a guy that you like to play for. So he's competing just like we're competing, and we love going to war with him.
Derrick, you guys had 12 blocks. I think you get 3, 4, 5. I mean, but what's the art of blocking shots, especially against bigger guys? You just seem to have mastered that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Just try to be in the right place at the right time and time it up right. But yeah, I think just anytime we can make it difficult for them. I mean, obviously they were playing downhill a lot and in the paint a lot, so just trying to show a crowd and try to make it as difficult as possible for them.
So last night, like, you know, when they're as hot as they were early, trying to figure it out defensively, obviously you went to some different looks to try to do that, but how much of it is just kind of staying solid and how much of it is adjusting to, you know, a team that gets that hot that early?
Yeah, I think it just kind of just goes back down to individual defense. I think that's just the start of it. We just letting them get into the paint and drawing and kicking and getting in the paint again. Like, it's just hard to guard teams like that. So started with that, and then I mean, we got a lot of different things we can do, a lot of different matchups and players we can kind of just mix things up as the game goes on. So using all those things to like come together and try to just make it difficult for them to slow them down.
Derrick, after the last play where they had like that football kind of alignment, Neesmith gets wide open and you and JB have a conversation. Is that like a little bit of a, like, kind of what decision making, like what was that conversation? Because it looked like you guys were a little upset at the look that you gave up. Yeah,
I mean, obviously you don't want to give them a wide open three like that, and so we just discussing like what happened, and we gotta be better. We can't just give up a wide open look like that. So we're just having a nice conversation about it.
What should have happened? That was like a chaotic type of play.
Yeah, that was a good play. Something that I've never seen before, but it probably should have been a switch. And so we're gonna watch film here soon, and we gotta be better about it.
What was it like to watch Drew Holiday in the final minute duty on both ends of the floor?
He's unreal. I mean, obviously the AM one was huge, and then just to come back and get that steal when we need it most, and even just make those 2 big free throws to us. So like, whenever you need Drew, he's just going to be there, and he's going to do whatever it takes to help us win.
And the fact that he was sick and still did that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't feeling great, but battled for us, and he's a hell of a teammate.
Derrick, how different does it feel being up 3-0 as opposed to last year?
It's a when your back's not against the wall, I guess technically.
Right now.
Well, it is.
But
That was awesome. Well played.
well done. But I mean, just yeah, it's just it's a way different feeling, obviously. But you just understand that anything can change after one game, so you can't get too satisfied. You can't relax. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
What's the
Derrick,
challenge?
we see O'Shea being one of the most enthusiastic players on the bench kind of all the time. He gives us glimpses into his personality on his vlog. But what is it like to have him as a teammate, just as far as his energy and kind of how engaged he is?
Yeah, he's always energetic, always the first one standing up, the first one cheering on the bench, whether he's getting minutes or not. Like, that never changes, and he just comes in, he does what he needs to do, and he's just a great teammate, a great person off the court, someone that you like to hang around with and be around. So even when he doesn't play, like, he does so much for this team.
What's the process going to be like whenever it happens of, integrating Kristaps again and getting him involved, and at this stage of the playoffs especially, where the intensity is so high and, the stakes are so high?
Yeah, he's just going to come in and do what he does. I think we've had a lot of time with him on the court, and so I don't think it'll be that big of an adjustment for when he comes back, and he's just going to come and just bring that extra layer that we don't have without him. So we're all looking forward to it, but when he comes back, we're going to be ready to go.
Final question for Derrick.
How much are you looking forward to everything that Monday brings, the chance to go back to the NBA Finals, chance to finish off a team, show that killer instinct?
Yeah, one game from the finals. I mean, that's what you want. That's what you talk about in training camp, and so you just can't take it for granted and kind of take your foot off the gas. So, like I said, it's going to be the toughest game of the series most likely, and we got to be ready to go. We got to be able to withstand their runs and just continue to execute and compete at a high level.
Thank you, Derrick.
Thanks, Derrick.